You're listening to the A.C.T podcast. You better like my daddy's show, you creeps.
All right, welcome back to the A.C.T podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Christian Tafoya. Joined with a new guest, we got Paul Chaparino.
That's me. Here I am.
He's my neighbor, right?
Howdy do.
You're not ashamed to say that, right?
No, not at all.
I've noticed that once people do the show, they become ashamed and don't want to promote it and don't want to talk about it and don't want to tell anybody that they did the show.
Well, I just bought a new ski mask, so.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, apparently I'm very controversial. I don't think I am, but everybody says I am. How's your headphones sounding? They sound
Great.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
And you can pick that up if you want. If you want to pull it closer to your mouth, you can always do that.
Thanks.
And just remember to always tell me to shut up.
Thanks for telling me to pull it closer to my mouth.
Yeah. Tell me to fuck off if I ask you anything inappropriate.
Yeah, will do.
But one of the things about Paul, if anybody's been watching the podcast, there's been a slight theme on the actual podcast episodes. This is separate from the recommends videos that I've been doing and stuff like that. On the podcast side of things, I've been talking a lot about getting rid of division and divisiveness and trying to build community and stuff like that. And Paul, to me, is a perfect example of why we need to kind of drop the political tribalism and just learn to communicate with people again.
Yeah, I love it, and maybe I can learn to communicate with my family.
Oh, well, listen, we're not a therapy session. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, no, when did we went? We met probably, like 6 months ago?
Yeah, I've been at that unit for about a year, and I'm a pretty timid, shy guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Keep that mic right up to your mouth.
And I don't know, I remember getting your name wrong about 50 times.
Yeah. You called me Andrew. You called me Andrew for like a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to stop correcting. I remembered your name immediately because I'm a huge Kiss fan. So it was like, Paul Stanley, got it.
There you go.
Boom, right away. Well, and your name's pretty simple to remember.
Yeah, the apostle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got the beard. I thought, okay, he's
Yeah,
just like a disciple.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we met a while ago, and then I think it was we just started talking one night.
Just hitting it up. I mean, I think it was my friend that kind of started the whole conversation, and I opened it up.
Yeah.
And I was always like, oh man, I just want to talk to that guy, but I always get his name wrong. So I feel bad.
Oh, you could have just gone on. I get called a lot worse things than Adrian. Andrew. Like on a daily basis. I was at work the other day and somebody said, you're just such an asshole. And I hope you know that. And I said, yes. I said, whatever. You're about the 50th person to say it today. So continue. Go on.
Thank you for telling me something about everyone.
Yes. Would you also like to tell me that the sky is blue?
Yeah. I have an armpit. I have an asshole.
Yeah.
They all stink.
But I think we talked just for months and months, and then we didn't even know what side of the political spectrum we came down on, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
I didn't know, and what I have to say is, like, I didn't care. It was just
right.
Nice. It was just nice to, like, sit there and just say hey, and I think I said one time I just miss knocking on doors. Nobody really does that anymore, and it doesn't matter if you're you just got to be open and reasonable, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I would say I'm right there with you. I didn't really care what your politics were because I found you to be pretty interesting in a lot of other ways. And we never even really brushed on politics until pretty recently.
Yeah, really. No, not at all. And again, that's something to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like it was a kind of a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and even when we did brush on it, it was kind of like just seeing where we stood and then like, okay, move on.
Okay.
Next thing. Did you see that Jimi Hendrix concert kind of thing?
Oh man.
You know, from the '60s. It's like, yeah, I like that. Paul's a really interesting guy. You do stuff with the telephones and stuff like that. You like rebuild old stuff, right?
Radios, old tube radios. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to. I think I got it figured out, but I want to make a old AM tube radio into a guitar amp. So.
Nice.
I'm at a pretty beginner level of working on stuff, but I've had a couple of successes. So,
what got you into that?
Oh, my grandpa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I knew my grandpa, they had a trailer in Kingman, Arizona, and he was just this old school hot rod guy, and into all kinds of like Buddy Rich and big band stuff. And I remember going into his little shed and listening to records and whatnot. And he was always working on something, like some piece of audio equipment or some part to, his 1932 chassis with a 1934 grill.
Nice.
48 stud Ford. I don't know.
That's an interesting thing. Do you think men now don't really do that, right? Like, especially young men. I don't find there to be a lot of young men with hobbies. They kind of just deconstruct something just for the fuck of it.
I have a student worker that works with me, and he's in the engineering program for electronics, and I'm telling him about all this stuff. He's super interested. And the one thing that I kind of see is space. Not enough space to do those things.
Yeah.
Like look at Flagstaff. If you go, on the outskirts and whatnot, you can get enough space. But I guess that's what I'm dealing with.
Like living spaces and like garages and actual or like a basement even.
Or just workspace.
Yeah.
To do stuff.
That's a real struggle for me. You know how small our apartments are. They're very, very tiny. They're like a shoebox.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody the other day commented. I said, "Do you have any idea how small my apartment is?" They said, "Yes, I watch your podcast." Okay. Well, that's sad, but we can't. It's so small. I've had people ask me like, "Why is there a trash bag always sitting in the bag?" It's like I don't have anywhere to put a fucking trash can. That's why. So I just hang it on the doorknob.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah, workspace is a huge thing for me. I would love, I do wood burnings and all this stuff. I would love to buy one of those big, work. I think they're called Benchcraft or something. One of those giant benches that like Home Depot sells, with all the cool cabinets and stuff like that, and you can plug it in, plug your wood burner in right there, and do it all. And yeah, it's just like, where am I going to put that?
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Let's build one.
Maybe we could take this table and just knock it out. Even though we don't own the place, we'll just knock it out and we'll put one of those big tables. We'll eat off of it and do the work.
We had in the house we had in Phoenix, we had a counter like this, and I took it out and I just put a big butcher block from IKEA on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I just did everything on there.
Yeah. Now, so you live with a roommate.
Yes.
So do you have to confine even more and kind of just always be in your space, your room?
Yeah. I got to actually go up there and move a bunch of stuff that I took out of storage. So I just closed out my storage, and I've got everything in the living room. So, yeah, I've had to consolidate a lot.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of a lot of stuff.
But is your roommate like a angry person if you leave crumbs on the table or anything?
Oh, Lord. Man, if he said a goddamn thing about leaving crumbs.
I have other podcast guests. I won't say their names because I don't want to get them in trouble, but they have roommate situations, and they're like, they go crazy about it. They're like, I'm gonna fucking kill the guy.
No, they're a great person. They just leave a mess, like dishes.
Oh yeah.
so we have like every fast food restaurant
Yeah.
around us, and there's a healthy rotation of all those restaurants.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
But so like,
trash in our room.
so if he leaves a mess like dishes or whatever, and then you leave out some of your stuff from the storage, he's not gonna get mad about you leaving out the storage though.
No, he's not.
That's
mad
good.
about
That's good.
it. No, but he's like, I got friends coming over tomorrow night. So
Yeah.
I
They need
that
somewhere to sit.
Yeah, there's plenty of places. It's not in the way. It's just
I've generally found it to be pretty awkward with like somebody sits on a rusty telephone or something and gets it stuck up their ass during a party or something myself. So I understand that.
I mean, yeah.
My the thing that I know that one of the other podcast guests deals with his roommate is like the hypocrisy, right? I'll leave a mess in the dish in the sink or whatever all over the counter, but like you left your beer bottle here and you need to move it, like that kind of thing, that kind of weird aggression, like I can do it, you can't, and he's like, what?
Yeah,
I'm still drinking that beer.
Yeah, I'm still drinking.
Yeah,
that
sorry.
beer. Yeah, there's definitely been some like power moves, but not necessarily in like the tidiness way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Has he really put power moves on?
Dude, I was late on rent one time and he was like, don't make this a habit. And I was like, it's not a habit. It's just being poor.
Yeah. Sorry, my destituteness bothers you.
Payday is tomorrow. I'm a day late. Just cool your jets.
Yeah. Well, why would that matter to him either? Like
It doesn't. And he doesn't see a dime of it. It goes to his parents.
Okay. So he's just sticking up for his folks.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I'm
good.
sure his
Yeah.
folks are like, hey, get on this motherfucker.
Yeah. Did they charge you late fees?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's
No,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a good situation.
We got charged a late fee once, and we had the money. It just we forgot to attach the account to the auto pay. And oh my god, the late fees were wild, man. I was like, holy shit. I gotta buy a piece of property so I can also screw poor people. Poor people that care, I should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say the unit upstairs is available.
Yeah, if you don't care, then it's not really an issue. If you don't care, you'll be all right getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Or owing somebody a lot of money. I generally tend to care about those things.
Yeah, I don't want to lose this situation.
Yeah, it seems like a good situation for you for sure. Yeah. But going back to like the space thing and stuff like that, that is a real headache that I've noticed that we seem to be having. You're a few years older than me, but and we were kind of talking about this off the air, which is I don't know what we're supposed to do other than continue to just kind of strive and pick apart at things slowly.
It's just been trying to figure it out. I don't mean, talking about our, the generations ahead of us, or I'm sorry, behind us. And it just seems like it was easier to pick out existence.
Yeah.
And now it's like everything's changing so rapidly, it's harder to try to keep up with it and try to pick out an existence.
Well, and it doesn't help that they're just kind of forcing AI onto us to take away more existence.
Yeah, they're forcing a lot, man.
I was listening to some political guys the other day, and they're, listen, you guys are crazy. AI is going to be fine. It's going to be great. And I'm going, okay. What am I supposed to do, though, when they get rid of my job? And it's like new jobs will emerge. Like what precisely? What precisely is going to emerge?
That's an interesting thing to think about, especially being in education. With COVID coming on and trying to be an online teacher, and then dealing with the student population after students came back on campus. That's another thing that we just had no idea how to handle.
No.
Or navigate.
That's an interesting question. This might be a little bit off the beaten track, but What do you think? Because I gotta say, man, I am a little bit shocked that people are still pushing college as much as they are in the day and age we live in now, where there's infinitely better resources and information just freely available to you.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure exactly. And this is actually a podcast I want to do at some point with some of the guys I hang out with that are in school. And like, I really want to ask parents, right? But it's probably offensive to parents because they're sending the kids to the schools and stuff. But I'm like,
it's an offense that should be considered.
yeah, it's like, what exactly are they?
It's this thing that's been pitched. I mean, I started teaching.
Yeah.
You know, when I was going to high school and when you were going to high school, it was college was the only answer. You know, and when I first started teaching, I was thinking like, maybe not. You know,
yeah,
you need to get into a trade. And that's kind of what I was getting at before is like, you know, as an educator, AI is taking our place.
Well, I would argue YouTube kind of took your place. YouTube kind of took your place.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just like that progression.
Well, okay, so let's get into this because this is interesting because I know that you for a fact, right? I mean, it's not like some unknown thing. You almost can't even get an education now without some sort of agenda driving it. Where if you just want to get regular, I just want the facts on this subject. I don't want opinions. I don't want theories or whatever thrown into the mix of it. I just want the basic facts of whatever subject it is. You can just go to YouTube and get a lesson on that. You can find that stuff pretty easily.
Yeah, it's there, and you know, again, as an educator, I relied on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild thing out there.
Well, even my kids, you know, my kids aren't in college, but I've asked them, you know, like, what are you learning about? And they're learning about things that I learned about in science that were like in 2007 I was learning about, you know, and I'm like, why are we still going on about like cow farts? Why are we still writing about that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what? How about we actually learn science, like real science, like how to grow a plant?
Not just playing into whatever industry.
Yeah, and we know what they're aiming at. Well, I mean, are you aware of the food pyramid scam?
Not by name, but I probably figured it out.
You remember the food pyramid, though,
I remember
right?
That, yeah.
The scam is that whole pyramid that was pushed onto us in school, and you know this is the proper way to eat and whatever was bought and paid for by the fucking cereal companies. Yep. And so there's a reason why the bottom, which was like 50% of your diet, was all carbs and shit that makes you fat and awful.
Yeah, but that pipeline of education, I just figured out early on, like, you know, you guys don't need to go to college. You're going to be a great welder, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or you're going to go into whatever other industry. But the thing that we were told that we had to pitch was like, everybody has to go to college.
Yes.
And that's what everything was driving for, the aims, the AZ merit. You know,
it seemed like once you got into 7th grade, everything was pushing you and preparing you for college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awful.
And it is. And because like I saw so many students that were great people and great students in their own right and struggling to try to get to that goal that we were like, oh, that's the only goal. And yeah, it's not the only goal.
Well, okay. Now, maybe I'm ignorant. I'm gonna always say maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm just a big dumbass. But my conception of college when I was growing up was that you went to get a liberal arts education, which meant you went to learn about the world and the different ideas, thoughts, opinions, philosophies of the world, and then you formed your own ideas about things. It was really to educate yourself in different psychologies and philosophies and religions and all these different things. And then that was like the foundation for you to build up to whatever you needed to do in your life, right? Give you a business philosophy, give you some idea of how to handle the world, right? Am I sounding crazy?
Oh, that's precisely the reason why I was a philosophy major.
That's what the university was built for, right? And then it became just a cash machine of like, listen, if you wanted to be a doctor, you had to do the 4 years of liberal education because all that stuff is super important in knowing how to handle people and how to look at life and how to deal with life. But then you also had to do the extra 8 years of medical school, which was like practical, hands-on. This is what you're going to be doing in that field. And we don't want any bozo working on someone's brain, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you wanna work in the library? Well, you need a doctorate. What the fuck? Why do I need a doctorate to work in the library?
Yeah, I worked in the library before.
Oh yeah, I know. My mom was a librarian, and like she's like, I couldn't even get my job now. I can't even get my job now. I'd have to have a library science degree.
You know, I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but I don't think Kurt Vonnegut had a doctorate or a PhD when he was teaching at a university level.
Probably not.
He's just like, I know my shit, so just let me teach here.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you gotta have like an associate's to do anything.
Okay, so all right, let's get into political extremes then right now because
Let's do it.
this is something that's bothering me a lot right now on the right, which is they have completely, and with reason, thrown out expertise, right? Credentialism and expertise.
Oh, no.
Boom.
There's nothing.
Like,
I mean,
we don't want any of that.
like the Secretary of War, are you kidding me? Is Fox host,
Right.
right? And
Now, but okay,
No,
so
expertise
I'll
is
defend
gone.
him in that because at least he was in the military, right?
Okay.
So he has military background. He has hands-on background. My issue with the right now is that they are specifically like they don't believe anybody or anything. It's just whatever you can say that sounds reasonable to me, right? Like it doesn't even matter what you think, Paul. It doesn't matter what Bill across the street thinks. If it sounds reasonable to me, and this guy's like a nutcase on the corner, and he's saying it with confidence, I'll believe him over the guy who's actually got hands-on experience in that field because he's probably bought off. Well, yeah, that's okay. Come on, people. I thought we knew everybody in politics is bought off. Left, right, center, middle.
Yeah, well, I think we know, but that's where the ignorance comes in. We just try to not
We
know.
can't throw. Listen, they're tossing out people with. There are people on the right that the right is now throwing out and saying, "Fuck them, they're bought off. Fuck them, they don't know what they're talking about." And it's like, okay, they do know what they're talking about. They do have expertise in these things. And just because it's not going with your full-on opinion or whatever it is, doesn't mean you need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
And that's the thing is like it seems like everyone or whatever side, I guess we have two now. Those are the only sides allowed. Are their ideology or only or bust.
Yeah. Well, okay, and see, that's the problem.